Hi, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here, and I wanted to show you the Tarot Original 1909. It comes in this little box. It's by Arthur Everway, obviously, and Pamela Coleman Smith. Now, the booklet that comes with it is in various languages, and is that it? Yeah. So basically, you've got pages here. An interesting little introduction here. So you've got English, Italian, Spanish and Portuguese. So welcome to the Tarot of 1909. This deck is reproduced just as it was when it was released in its first edition in December 1909. It is the most famous tarot of the 20th century. This was the first mass market tarot deck to include a companion book with card meanings and detailed scenic illustrations for the minor arcana cards. Artist Pamela Coleman Smith's accessible renderings made it possible for anyone to engage in intuitive divination. She basically wanted to create the images so that you could look at them and have an understanding as to what that card meant. And then I've lost my place now. Yes, that's right. Occultist Arthur Edward Waite and artist Pamela Coleman Smith belonged to a secret magical society based in London. The group was named the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Members were encouraged to create their own tarot decks. The sect used tarot as a jumping off point for their mystical operations, which included ritual magic, astral travel, scrying, astrological divination, and various occult and paranormal activities. Now, Waite was a writer, a prolific writer, and he chose to publish his tarot for the general public, yet was under oath not to reveal the Golden Dawn's mystical card meanings to the uninitiated. He provided fortune-telling, often contradictory explanations of each card alongside coded metaphysical aspects of the arcana. The keywords in this book are a direct derivative of Waite's pictorial key. So, in short, he produced a book originally. So this is the original deck, and many of the Rider-Waite are based on this because we've got Rider-Waite based decks. This is the most widely taught tarot deck, and it was in 1909. It first was produced by these guys. It was printed by a company, publishers rather, Rider. They were Rider Publishing. Waite was the artist, and Pamela never got a mention, but she has illustrated each of the cards. I'll show you in a second, each of the cards anyway. So this is a little booklet that gives you all of the meanings and insight, you know, a spread. This is all in, a very little bits, but hopefully you will know the Rider-Waite-Smith anyway. Now, you've got, the back is gorgeous because you've got obviously the rose and the lily. And then you've got the cards here. So you've got a title card. It's a Lo Scarabeo deck. And look at them. So this is as close or as near as you could possibly get to the original edition that then was reintroduced into the world by Stuart Kaplan of US Games in the 70s. And then tarot resurged through. These are familiar pictures to many of us, aren't they? Oh, I was going to say to you about the scribble. So if you see this P. Coleman Smith, Pamela Coleman Smith. So she illustrated each one based on guidelines he gave her. And this is a major arcana, so for major events in the life. Oh, I think they're gorgeous. I don't know why, I do feel very connected to this deck. So you've got then the cups. I don't know if it seems just larger than life, which is odd because, I mean, I use the original Rider-Waite as well. I'm such a Rider-Waite girl, an RWS girl. We're Rider-Waite-Smith because now we give her, this is now the Pentacles, we all give her, obviously, the credit she should have had originally. I don't think she was, allegedly, wasn't paid very much for them either. So you got the Pentacles. Lovely. And then you move on to the Wands. Sliding over the quality of the card is, it's just It feels very original, you know, very traditional. There we go. I seem to be discarding them a little bit here. And then finally the swords. These images may be familiar too, but I think it's nice to see the colouring. And, you know, a lot of people are trying to get their hands on original Rider-Waite-Smith decks. So there you go. That's the Tarot Original 1909 for you to take a good look at what that deck looks like and what it may have looked very like when it was originally produced. Okay, I hope you found that interesting and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks very much for your time. Bye-bye.